pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my walk like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I'm the king and I'm about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts company.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And here comes Diggs. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
45-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. The pass underneath, here's Hines with it. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Love. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Mostert. Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. They're firing a deep ball for Komet. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Komet that time. And it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, Love. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
17 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Love, they go play action now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Dolphins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Watson on 1st down. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Dolphins nothing.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Mostert. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. registered. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we beg for. Circle around twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Love. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Again, it's Love. Able to find Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Dolphins 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
20-yard line.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
For Odell Beckham.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
27-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
At the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Flush to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down, and that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Second down, Love. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Love throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kenny Galladay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and that'll bring up second down.
I got homies that can sleep with them. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like ain't no poppin' in. Come pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, yeah, little bit, little bit.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Jim, I tell you what. Lots of the boys down, he's coming. 54. Get that quarterback. And all. Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Beckham complete. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watson off play action. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
4 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Watch out.
Throwing again is Watson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
here's Watson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot?
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Check 26, check 26.
It's a run with Mostert. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It got his man complete. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
A gain of 29.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Larry.
To throw is Watson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
We ain't giving him nothing to check. Check 43. 24. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Squeeze, double. Quick the edge.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the lead down to 5. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Love now on second down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Love from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Once again, it's Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Dante Jackson on the tackle.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
Dolphins.
It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On second down, Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On second down now, it's Hines, and that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This is Hines, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brought him down. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. All day, just like that, just like that. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Alert. Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's coming this way,
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
The Dolphins on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, what?
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
I agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, and that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Switch it. Come on, switch it. You got 54. You got that right there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Right there, 54, right there.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
A gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Bengals.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be some...
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Dolphins 37, Bengals 26. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes Diggs. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Today's final
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.